Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the SourceFed podcast here on SourceFed, on YouTube, and of course on SoundCloud and iTunes. I am Matt Lieberman. I'm so glad to be back. It's been a few weeks, and of course we got a nice group of dudes here. It's an all-dude panel. We got Sam Basher here.
Hello.
Steve Zaragoza.
A couple of boys.
And
I
Will
keep telling you
Haynes.
this isn't a panel.
I call it a panel.
It's a panel.
It can be a panel if I wanted to. And this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace, build it beautiful. It's the easiest way to build a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas. It features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. They have been a sponsor of ours for a long time. If you don't know about Squarespace, if you haven't tried it out yet, now is the time, okay? Go to squarespace.com/SF and enter the offer code SF for 10% off at checkout. Do it now.
Their tagline is cool. Build it beautiful.
Build it beautiful.
If I was an architect, that'd be my tagline too. Like, I know they already have it, but I make it mine too.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had a blood panel done?
What is a blood panel?
It's like when your blood gets filtered for diseases, right?
I think it's more like they check your blood for allergens.
Oh, for
or
like
for what you're
irregular-
allergic,
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
allergic to.
I never
had an
understood how
allergy
that
test.
works.
Well,
I've done an allergy test, the scratch
That's
test.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's
tell
not
me-
a blood panel?
I don't know. Maybe it is. So tell me what they did to you, and I'll tell you if it's
I've
what
never
they did
had
to
it
me.
done.
Oh, okay. So
I've never had it done.
when I was a kid, I went to an immunologist, and they took it was like a plastic golf tee, but instead of one sharp point, it was like six
Yeah.
sharp
Oh,
points.
yeah.
And they dip it in the solution, and then they scratch you with it, and then they see which ones puff up and which ones don't.
No, yeah, they did it to me on my forearm. They had the one I had. It's like just like a plastic thing with like 16 needles on each one, and they did one on this arm and then this arm, and we watched which part puffed up, and they'd mark it. And I'm only allergic to like 2 things.
I want to
Damn.
do that. I hear
Cats
it's
will
not
kill me.
cheap, though.
You just do
Are
it.
you allergic to peanuts?
No.
Are you allergic to P. Douglas? Or P. Diddy?
Are you allergic?
Are you allergic to dust mites?
No.
Are you allergic to dust
Can you
and
be allergic to
diamond?
dust mites? I guess dust, but I guess aren't we all allergic to dust?
I thought we
No,
were all
no.
allergic to dust and dust mites, or it's like growing every year.
I'm
Hopefully.
allergic to Dust and Diamond and Dustin Hoffman.
I wish I knew the reference you were making. I'm sorry, buddy.
You don't know
Dustin
Dustin
Hoffman.
Hoffman?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know
I'm
Dust-
just kidding. I know
Oh,
Dustin Hoffman.
good
I'm
boy.
allergic to gold dust.
I don't know that
WWE.
reference either. Does it have anything to do with the Austin Powers movie Goldmember?
Nope.
Someone quick make a Drake reference so Will can be on board with us.
Way up, I feel blessed.
Yeah, that's a good hook.
There we
I
go.
liked it.
There it is.
What are you allergic to, Sam?
Oh, well, I'm
Swagger.
allergic to... Hey, I have a lot of it, okay?
That's why you all
My
puffy.
mom says I have a lot of it.
If your mom ever says you have swagger, you need to tell her to stop watching MTV.
No,
Yeah.
cats and
You're allergic to
trees.
cats?
Are you allergic
I'm
to
allergic to
cats?
cats, and my parents actually, they still got a cat when I was a kid. I'm like, I'm allergic, and I loved my cat. Like, I'd pick it up, and I'd take a Benadryl, and then I'd rub it on my face, and then probably take like a 6-hour nap.
I used to have to take Benadryl because of I guess I used to be allergic to like pollen, but like I kind of just deal with it now, and that will knock you out.
Yeah.
Dimetap, or
Kind
which
of
one are you talking about?
Benadryl.
Benadryl.
Yeah, Benadryl is supposed to knock you out.
I'm allergic to Benadryl.
Oops. Well, that's
Whoops.
Yeah.
catch.
And
20.
allergic to a lot of other stuff.
Oops.
So I was just
So you're
screwed.
kind of screwed.
When
There's
I
got to
was
be
a
another
kid,
one.
I loved the taste of Dimetap.
What is that?
It's that it tastes kind of like grape.
Like grape, sugary,
Yeah.
delicious. I remember one time I snuck a little swig of it when I was
It's
a
a cough
boy.
syrup.
I never did it again, but I did it once.
What did it do?
I don't know if it did anything. It just tasted good.
Cough syrup. It's cough syrup.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, don't
I mean
swig that.
Dimetap. I don't remember.
I think
if
it was.
Dimetap
I think it was cough syrup. It was
might have
like
been allergies or
I thought it was like
something.
Robitussin.
I don't
think
understand.
Here, I'll look it up.
Look it up.
Why do people drink? Like, you know, that's a thing. People drink cough
They're-
syrup.
yeah,
They
it's like a
mix in-
drug.
Oh, yeah.
Scissor.
Why?
Because it has the effect of alcohol. It has alcohol in it, and it's cheaper than buying booze.
Does it have
Oh
alcohol?
my
No,
God.
it
It
doesn't.
used to. It used to.
Well, what it has.
It's like a dumbing effect.
I was
or
about to say,
something.
like, that it might be the saddest high or drunk you can get.
It's a weird high. It's the. Hold on.
So you guys
We'll-
are defending it.
I'm-
yes, please.
No,
Go.
no.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
No, no,
telling
no.
people to do it, but if you've ever, it's called robo-tripping. Have you ever? None of you have ever accidentally robo-tripped before?
No.
I've never taken Robitussin.
One time I took
Oh,
too much NyQuil, and I got real scared that I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I was a young boy.
Okay,
you
Diamond-
weren't like now.
No,
was
I
was
it
like
a
like-
how
young boy. I was a young
NyQuil
boy.
came out with that new product called ZQuil, and they were like, "Oh, it's non-addictive." I'm like, everything is addictive.
Everything's addictive,
You
yeah.
can get addicted to anything, given that you are human. Therefore, it is still addictive. But I know, like they say, like it's not addictive.
You're
but
addictive.
I'd rather be a dick than a swallower.
Okay,
You've been trying
so
to use that all day.
Dimetap is not a cough suppressant. It's just a normal like cold and
Cold.
allergy, runny nose, stuffy nose kind of.
Tasted real
Dealy.
good as a baby boy.
Actually,
yeah.
then again, there's nothing wrong with being a swallower. Why did I say that?
There's
I'm not
nothing
sure.
wrong with it.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with being a
Yeah,
swallower.
That's
Isn't
just
it weird that
Kanye.
when we were
Just
kids,
easy.
we would just say, "Ew, you swallow."
I was.
Wait, you knew what that was when you were a
When
kid?
you say kid,
I
what's
mean-
the age?
Like 12.
You knew that at 12?
Oh yeah.
I
I
went
knew
to
that. I knew that at 12.
Okay, I
went
went
to
to
a
a
Catholic
private.
school.
You what? I went
Oh,
to a private
yeah.
Christian school. I did not
I
know.
went to a Catholic
did?
school.
Yeah.
and
I'm learning
I-
all this stuff about you I didn't know.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this: how old are you when you were in 6th and 7th grade?
Add 5 and you can find out.
6th grade, you're
how to get it.
11, turning 12,
Is that
and then 7th grade, you're 12, turning 13.
There
generally,
were kids telling me about fingering ladies
What?
as a 12.
Cover your mouth.
I remember the first
that
time.
doesn't
whispering
surprise
it.
me.
I remember the first time that somebody asked me if I was a virgin was in the 3rd grade. He said,
What?
"Are you a virgin?"
Well,
I
of
said,
course you're a virgin.
I said, "Well, I got blue version and red version because we had Pokemon."
I'm
But
going
that
to
was-
give you a high five for that.
That was
I
good.
love that.
I didn't know what it meant. I went and asked my mom, and then she told me.
That's
and
a
then I watched
good bit in
Static Shock.
stand-up.
That's like
yeah, you watch Static
then I
Shock.
went and watched Static
yeah,
Shock.
I love Static Shock.
in my school, the kids would make love in the confessionals.
No
wow,
way.
that's
Or at
so
least explore
badass.
each other's
Gross.
bodies.
Really?
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
a
yes.
girl cheat on me in a confession.
Aw.
It's kind of hot, right? Because it's forbidden.
Yeah.
Sure. She
Forbidden rooms.
she made out with the pastor's son.
Weird.
She was my girlfriend. It was
Forbidden
not cool.
room.
Yeah.
There's somebody that's like, I like to have sex in forbidden rooms.
There's got to be
rooms.
someone.
Forbidden
There's
rooms.
so many weird.
Probably a lot of people. Like,
Listen up, madam. I know you got a lot of rooms here and a lot of horrors, but I want to know about them forbidden rooms.
forbidden rooms.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm calling this hotel in advance to get a room here. Do you have any forbidden rooms?
Forbidden rooms.
Excuse me. Hi. Your bed and breakfast looks lovely, and I couldn't find a better hotel in Nantucket, but I want to know, you got them forbidden rooms?
Yes, hi. Thank you for calling the Best Western Bayside in San Diego. We are open for Comic-Con and have rooms available. Who am I speaking with?
I said one sentence. I said one sentence. It's going to go on for 20 minutes.
This is Jareth.
Jareth?
Jareth?
Oh, like the Goblin King in Labyrinth. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a nerd
Our
myself.
No,
animator-
it's
our
all right. I
animator's
was
on a
named
break.
after him.
You don't have to do this. Our
Anyway,
animator's on
what
a
is
break.
what's I'm sorry. What would you like, sir? How can I help you?
Yes,
time
I
this is
was perusing your room maps there, your room maps and the different types of rooms, and I was
Yes.
just wondering if you had.
We
any...
don't. I'm sorry. Before you go on, we don't have any forbidden rooms. I don't know if
but-
you're the one calling.
But I'm also on the phone. we
Whoa,
do
it's a
have,
party line.
we have forbode rooms. Okay.
There are forbode rooms. Anyway, so Lieberman pulled up this article here about teens and DXM drug abuse.
That's whatever's in cough syrup that makes people get all silly.
These are facts that parents and teens need to know. If you're raising a teenager and you don't know how much about DXM or cough medicine abuse, you're hardly alone. DXM
Oh,
or
good, because I don't know anything about it.
dextromethorphan.
alone.
Dextromethorphan is a common ingredient in cough and combination cold medicines. Teens, however, have found another use for cough medicine. I love that teens is a hyperlink. Where was that?
Wait,
go?
click
Let's
on
find out where it
teens.
goes.
Where's
Let's
it
click on
go?
Teens. Let's open it in. Oh,
Oh, it's worldstarhiphop.com.
It's William Haynes' Facebook page. Goes to
Teens?
Teen
Lots of
Health
teens
Center,
there.
information on web and MD. All right.
Huh. You were speaking about swigging cough syrup as a kid. Did you guys ever swig margarita mix and thinking you were going to get drunk?
No.
On Bob's Burgers, they made a joke about that, and I thought I was such a badass. One time I took
Wait,
a sip.
what is margarita?
Margarita mix is not alcohol.
It's just
a-
sugary syrup,
yeah,
essentially.
tastes
Tastes
Basically.
good.
The ingredients of a
good.
margarita are tequila, citrus, salt, and sugar.
I need to
It's
learn
like
this
sour
in case I go on
mix.
Jeopardy.
It's sour mix, basically.
It's
yeah.
sour mix.
I thought it was so cool.
Why
Sour
isn't
mix.
Jeopardy cool? Why aren't people watching
What?
Jeopardy?
Jeopardy is cool.
Jeopardy is cool.
Mm.
Not enough people talk about it. People are always like, "Oh, you won't believe what happened to Jon Snow this week." No one says, "Well, Alex Trebek."
Oh, because it's the same shit.
Oh yeah.
Over and over again.
Oh yeah. What I love about Jeopardy is that halfway through Jeopardy, Alex comes up to the contestants after the commercial break and he's like, "So, tell me a funny story about your life." And they're always like, "I'm a teacher and I don't have any personality." And that person gets on for like 10 episodes and they're like, "I still don't have any personality." That's my favorite part about
I've
Jeopardy.
actually never watched that.
You've never
You
watched
never watched
Jeopardy?
Jeopardy?
Really?
Except
You
at
live
a
in our
doctor's
house
office.
and you don't watch Jeopardy? I
No.
know I put on Jeopardy at
Oh
least
my
5
God.
times.
Okay, I've got a Jeopardy
No.
story for you guys. I used to work at Sony. We've talked about this before.
Sony.
Sony. I used to work at Sony Pictures Digital, and we would have these. I worked on the video production team, and we would have these. We were assigned these packages where we would get these big giant tapes from Jeopardy with all these contestants just back to back to back to back to back, all doing their hometown call outs. So these are the things you didn't see on the TV, or at least they would show them sometimes on the news, it'd be like, coming up after the news, we have Jeopardy. And actually, if it was a local news station, it would be like, we've got our very own, Matt Lieberman from Delaware, and he's going to be on, and it'll cut to a little clip going like, my name's Matt Lieberman from Delaware, and I'm on, just watch me try to beat the competition on Jeopardy tonight.
Man, that guy has no personality.
Yeah, and they were all like that.
Yeah.
They were all like that because these aren't actors; they're just smart people.
Did you do a supercut of that?
So this is what I would do when they would give me this work to do. They would give me 3 tapes full of 50 contestants each, and it would be the whole season of contestants, and it would just be like, watch me on Jeopardy, my name's Kristen blah blah blah, watch me on Jeopardy, my name's Billy this, watch me on Jeopardy. It's just endless hours of just editing, and I'd be in Premiere just chopping them up, put a fucking filter on it, blah blah blah, export H264, you do all the fucking this and that, K-bytes, whatever, there's all boring shit, and then I would deliver it to our producer who would be producing the Jeopardy shit.
But one time,
Here's what I would do, though. Because it was so fucking boring editing this shit, what I would do is I would take the most interesting, because they would flub up all the time, and you would have all the takes in there. It'd be the rare tapes straight from the cameras. So I would take all the mess ups and edit it into a Tim and Eric edit of people screwing up, and I would repeat it over and over and over and over again. And so one time I had this guy that was like, my name's and it was just repeating
funny.
over and over again. And I would fool the Jeopardy producers and say here's all the edited people you need and all the screen grabs of all their pictures, and they would watch it and almost put them up on the website with people going, my name's Jeremy, and I would just love it. I would get a huge kick out of it.
When I was the editor for Phil, there was one time he was filming a vlog, and he was like, bye, and I took that and I made a song out of it. It goes, bye, bye. I think Maddie still has it. Maddie has a lot of stuff that I don't know if Phil even knows that. We just would just mess around and make stuff and then just keep it. I think he has it.
Well,
still.
here's something that a lot of people don't know about SourceFed is that we all have these recycled computers. We all have computers that once belonged to someone else in the building.
I had Meg's computer until it just went missing one day. Ricky took it, and I don't know where.
Did you just put Ricky on blast? They're gonna do it. Someone's gonna break into Ricky's house right now and try to find Meg's computer. But no, I have Darren's old iMac that I'm using, and so I've got shit from the PDS in there way back when Darren was working.
Is that why your computer is just garbage?
It just runs like shit. It's just been run into the ground.
I realized
that
because
what did you do to it, Darren?
I mean, he used it properly. I'm using it to look for fucking stories and shit.
You have that setting on it where your screensaver is the album covers to whatever you have in your iTunes.
It's all like
Gas
Gambino beanies.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Gas Station Beanies?
That's his first
that's Darren's
album.
first album.
It's his first EP, and
DVG.
you have Gambino on there.
Yeah, there's a ton of shit in my iTunes that I would never.
I remember when I first saw that, I was like, Steve likes Gambino,
No.
and then I realized that, and I was like, you ain't cool, you son.
Actually, you guys are getting me into Gambino.
that
for
you
sure.
like sober?
Well, it's
Yeah,
kind
that
of
sober
like
song's great.
it's kind of like getting into some. Okay, so Darren and Will, I'm gonna put you guys on blast right now. You guys like to play the same song
over
for
and over
a
and over.
month straight, multiple times a day. I live in the house. You can't say that you do not.
We don't listen to the music the way you do. You might listen it's the end of the day. I need to calm down. I listen to music to get hyped. I listen to music.
That's how I listen to music.
Plenty of songs get you hyped, not just the same
one.
song.
Not just that
Oh,
one
but that
song.
one song will give me. I recently over the past month I've been listening to a lot of Kanye, and that's got me hyped. If you ever listen to Kanye in the morning and then go home and listen to Chris Rock, you will be out of your mind. I get mad now.
Okay,
I didn't
so
get mad until 2015.
yeah, he's explaining it like it makes sense, but he plays the same Kanye
What song?
Meow 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 meow
Black
meow
Skinhead.
meow meow. I bet you I could do the
for
whole
my
song
theme
right
song.
now.
My leather black jeans on.
You know what I
My
liked
Miami-
more though? I liked when Will was sad and he was listening to Frank Sinatra every day.
That was a lot
the
of fun.
best. I
My
love
brother is super obsessive, and he listened to "Beat It" by Michael Jackson
Whoa.
and only "Beat It" by Michael Jackson for 3 months straight.
Jesus
when he was
Christ.
17, it was the only thing that he listened to, and he had one white glove, and he would play it one-handed on his keyboard.
And he would masturbate with the white
That
glove.
white glove, and then he would empty it inside and put it back.
I'll put my brother on blast. He used to listen to Counting Crows over and over
Which
and over.
one?
And over.
Long
Just that one, whatever that one where it had the frickin' Mr. Jones and me.
It's August and everything. Else
August
is
and
the
everything
name of the
after,
album. Yeah.
and he would listen to Cranberries. That Cranberries album was Zombie and Linger on it.
This reminds me of this bit I did.
What a good album.
Darren took me to like this weird like Thanksgiving party in Los Angeles for people who don't have daddies and mommies.
Oh wait,
And-
You mean an LA Orphans Thanksgiving?
Yeah, basically. And I did not. I was like, fine, I'll leave the house. And I don't know where I found one white glove from. So I went up to everybody.
I remember that, yeah.
And everybody, I don't know any of these people. I'm like, hello. And I just shake their hand with my one white glove. And
You
they were
creep.
so confused. They were like, why are you wearing one white glove? And I was like, I was burned.
I missed that Will. This new Will is too cool to
Too
do stuff
cool.
like that now.
I don't know. I think I just got over it. I got over it.
I love that kind of stuff. I still do shit like that.
that's my life.
I mean, I still will too.
that's
Huh?
my brand.
That's your brand.
That's my brand.
So
That's how
what I was
make
saying
money.
about our computers is that we all have everybody's old computers. So if you dig through the computer, like the,
Oh, yeah,
the
you were saying
pictures and
something.
stuff, yeah, you can find so much random shit. Like I've got old PDS assets. There's tits everywhere, just boobs and bikini girls everywhere, all over my fucking
If you
computer.
look at whoever, if you could see what the Google Images searches are from here,
Oh yeah,
it's horrible.
It's a
weird.
nightmare. You
It's
would think it was
horrible.
someone in a shack in the woods that was like
Yeah,
looking for
shack in
the
the
worst
woods.
shit
Who
ever.
Who is
Our
like
new movie.
schizophrenic?
You should make that a
schizophrenic.
movie, Shack in the Woods.
Shack in the Woods,
Shack in the
and it's
Woods.
all
No, it's
about
about
Shaquille
Shack
O'Neal.
in the Woods, and he's just chopping wood. Why am I out here?
Anyway, so
My shoes are way bigger than yours.
Wait, let him finish this damn.
It's not
story.
even a great story, but all I was gonna say is you can find some really golden things in there. Like I remember I found stuff in there from the early SourceFed days in,
Oh,
in
cool.
these things. And like it sucks because like one day these hard drives are just gonna crash and all that shit's just gonna go
Gonna
in
be
the garbage.
gone. But
People
what-
have been deleting. I mean, who knows?
That
where
reminds me,
this
all
stuff
of our
is.
videos, none of us know how it happened, but we had like, I don't know, like hundreds of like unlisted videos.
The private videos.
Private
yeah.
videos
yeah.
that we uploaded that we were like, oh, okay, this is something we'll send to one person to get feedback. And last week, they all went live at once.
Was it really all of them?
Yeah,
A lot of
there
them.
was,
All of
Because
them.
there were some I was like, oh, finally people are gonna see my test show where I talk about Blu-rays.
That
Or like
is
now.
Steve, I love you.
Wait,
and I
you had a
respect you.
show where
Steve,
you just talked
Yeah, it was
about
called
Blu-ray.
Blue- it
You
was
were
called
one of the
Steve's
funniest
Blue
people
Radar.
You were one of the most funny and creative
Blue
people I know.
Radar?
You were one of the most funny and creative people I know, but your Blu-ray show was horrible.
Okay, so let
Tell
me
'em what it's
explain.
about.
Let me explain. Okay, so first of all, I'll tell you what it's about, and then I'll tell you why I did it.
It's about
Blu-rays.
reviewing Blu-rays.
It was reviewing Blu-rays, but it was like I wanted to do it in a funny way. So Bowman, back when Bowman worked here, Bowman and I
That's a
sat
long
down
time
and we
ago.
came up with this idea where I would pull down like a fake periscope. And I would look through the periscope, and it would show like stupid shit, like, "Oh no, it's a lion eating a crocodile. That's not a movie." And then I would turn it, and they would go like, "Oh, there we go. It's like Tomorrow Never Dies on Blu-ray."
This
This
is
was
like-
a show.
This is like 70s like public access.
Yes.
This is like the kind
Yeah,
of stuff
yeah.
they would do on
Steve
Mystery
belongs.
Science Theater.
so
You would still be happy on public.
I think
oh,
I
you
would.
would love to be on public
I think I
access.
would, as long as I could live comfortably
Yeah,
somehow. But
there you go.
the reason why, so there's a reason why, I don't know if there's a reason why it's so bad, but there's a reason why I tried to do a Blu-ray review show. This was during the time when I was doing Collectibles Corner and barely skimming under the surface of the amount of views necessary to keep a show like that alive. And so I was talking to studios who were like, we want to send you Blu-rays. We want to send you advanced copies of movies, and then we want you to do like giveaways.
Oh, so
and
you
things
did
like-
it for the free shit.
No, but we were doing. I
They
was
don't
doing
send
it.
me free shit
so
at
that
all.
we have a sponsorship
Thank
and we're
you.
building a relationship.
Thank you.
I do. People
I'm
be
sorry.
like, send me
Lieberman thought of it in the business standpoint, and you thought of it from a selfish, like I want shit.
I'm saying I do.
standpoint.
People be like, send me Kendall Jenner.
See, for a second,
God
In the
damn it.
mail.
I thought he said Kindle Jenner.
That's what I thought,
Yeah,
too.
no. So now I'm imagining Kendall Jenner with a Kindle for a head.
No, it's
an
a
Amazon
Kendall
Kindle.
Jenner Kindle edition.
No,
Kindle
it's just-
edition of Kendall Jenner.
No, it's just a living Kindle, and it just hates its life.
I hate my life.
All people do is try to read me.
Paper Towns.
So anyway, yeah, I was trying to get us studios backed on SourceFed Nerd so that we could legitimize the work we were doing and get
Are you saying
more.
that our work is not
Well,
legitimate?
at the time, that's when SourceFed Nerd was just a baby,
Right.
and we were trying to like get the
Sure,
views
sure,
up and
sure,
stuff
sure,
like that. So I was trying to make relationships with these studios, and then on top of it, it was like, yeah, we would get copies of Blu-rays and stuff, and it would be really cool.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't work out.
Yeah,
You
'cause
love
I don't know.
Blu-rays. You bring it up in every Friday
I know you would
meeting.
watch that. I know you would watch a show about Blu-rays because you got a crap ton of Blu-rays.
I mean, it's a stupid idea.
At
but,
your
but if
highest,
it-
how many Blu-rays did you have?
like maybe over
Ton.
300.
What? And
Yeah.
How many of them
you
did
haven't
you
watched
never
those.
watch? How many did you never watch?
I watched all of them.
You watched all of
Oh
them?
No.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't buy it.
Oh,
I don't believe
trust
it.
me.
Mm-mm.
Steve
I
watches
watched
a lot of movies.
all of them.
Yeah.
Anytime I would buy a movie, I would watch it right away, and then I'd watch some of the features, and then never watch it again.
Never watched it
Okay,
again.
there we go.
But I
It's
mean,
that's your art though. I think a lot of people don't understand like when you have like you have a crap ton of toys and whatnot, and people are like Steve's childish. No, that's art to you.
I just like art.
That's
I
art
like
to you.
collecting things. I like having them displayed in my room. I like to wake up and look around and see
Yeah.
cool things I've collected
a
over
lot
the
of people
years.
don't realize I'm the opposite. My nothing is my art.
Yeah.
I try to see how much empty space I can create. Yeah, I'm running out of empty space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a weird thing.
I'm in the middle right now of trying to throw away or give away or sell everything that I own that doesn't actually bring me joy.
Well, let's see what you got. I'm just kidding.
What Blu-rays
I
you
got, hey, I got 3 binders full of DVDs if you want.
Yeah, I'm
I got
cool.
3
I
binders
don't- I
full of
like
women.
DVDs.
Yeah, and I won't watch them ever again.
The
'cause they're
only
all standard
DVDs I have
definition.
are ones that are like absolutely out of print. You can never get them again and will not make it to Blu-ray, or like bootlegs I got at some convention.
Or
Nobody
things that
heard
they'll
my
just never
Mitt
put
Romney.
on Blu-ray.
I made a Mitt Romney reference when he said binders.
It
full
was
of
good.
women.
No, it was a good
Nice.
reference.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
caught it.
right. I remember
Binders
that.
full of women. It was good.
Can I
2012.
ask a question? This is kind of going backtracking a little bit, but what is your favorite, like, very weird thing that you've done in public?
Oh
Ever.
no, favorite?
Favorite.
Oh
So many
no.
things. I know there was something
Oh,
recently you
no.
did that I thought was really funny.
I
I,
can't.
love
I
it when
did?
I love it when you fall on shit. That's funny to me.
Okay, wait, no. So
like it when you
things
get
that
hurt.
I do in public on purpose, or things
On
I do on
accident.
On
okay.
purpose. Oh, no,
you
wait,
like
I'm
laughing
I'm
at
talking
my
about
foolishness.
on purpose, but you know, if there's something by accident.
I know you did something recently that I thought was funny.
One of my favorite things, and it wasn't fun during the time, but I like telling the story. I got a really bad stomach flu when I visited Colorado one time, and I puked 9 times before I got to the airport and like
Shut
20 times on the airplane. But I puked. It's like an evil like thing in my head because it's funny looking back at it, but everyone had to deal with it. It's disgusting. But like I puked in the lobby of the hotel, in the hallway, like leading to the lobby, like in the parking lot,
Like
outside
in the lobby
car,
on the ground?
on the ground. On the ground, because I was so like delirious and sick, it would just come up. It would be like a burp, and it would be like, and I.
Oh my God,
I keep going.
Sam.
I puked like in parking lots, in stores, like, and I until we got to the airplane, and then like I puked
Would
on the
you
airplane.
say that you're desensitized by puke now? You can
yeah,
do it
I don't
anywhere?
get what everyone's problem. Okay, I actually dated a girl who was
Would
scared
just
of puking.
puke on my dick.
And it was great. It was the best
It was
relationship I ever
amazing.
had.
You never came until you came like that.
Ew. No, she was afraid of puking. If I puked, she'd be like, "Nope, sorry.
Yeah.
You deal with it yourself." Nuh-uh,
I have
can't do
a
it.
friend who, like, if I go, she's like, oh no. She, like, has a
don't get
fear of
that.
puking.
I don't get that. If I feel sick, like I have a flu, or like maybe I'm a little too drunk, like I'll go puke and I'll feel so much better after.
I have a friend who his brother used to burp in his face all the time when he was a kid. So now anytime anyone burps close to his face, he has to stop himself from throwing up. It's like-
Somebody
it's-
burps in my face.
What's that like?
Oh, it was.
What do you think
sometimes
that's
funny.
like?
It's
What
funny
would you call
you
that?
mentioned that you like it because I remember the last time I threw up in October of 2011. I told myself, don't be afraid of throwing up anymore because you feel good afterwards. But I've never had an opportunity since then. I've never even been. No, I've been.
I
Close.
can help you.
Help me with it.
I can
man.
I'll
help
help
you.
you. I'll help you
Help me
later.
with
I
it.
haven't thrown up since 2nd grade.
Really?
Second grade.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm so wait. You've never been in the hospital and like just puked?
No. No, I've got a super strong stomach, and I have like this kind of like weird thing about puking.
Wait,
You don't like it, or you
What
just
is
I
the
don't like
weird
it. I
thing
don't
about
like it.
puke? You just don't like
Yeah,
it.
I don't like it.
Well,
It's-
no one likes it.
It's
except
not.
maybe
No,
some
I don't. I don't.
some
I know. I
people
don't
do
like
like
it,
it.
but it's like I just
Like I don't
do
allow
it.
my body to puke somehow.
So
I don't
do you
know.
just sit in that awful feeling?
No, sometimes it'll go out the other way, and then
Yep.
I'll take care of
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, plug one hole, goes out the other. Okay.
My
Yeah.
my doctor told me that when I was really young because I didn't like blowing my nose, and he was like, "Well, it'll come out the other way," and I was like, "I'm gonna just do it," and now I blow my nose all the time.
That's disgusting. Like he's saying, eat it, and it'll come out of your.
Yeah, because
poop.
I just wouldn't blow my nose because it made me uncomfortable, and he was like, "Well, just swallow it, basically, just," and then eventually it will come out of your butt. I think it will take way too long.
Has
that way, though.
anybody used a neti pot?
Yes, I
it's
have.
so weird.
It's really
I just
weird.
got one because I want to I'm curious.
Wait,
Have-
you
wait,
were
you
not
haven't tried
sick.
it yet.
You were not sick, and you bought a neti pot for the future.
No, I was feeling like I was getting sick, and I got one, and then I felt like I did that thing that you did.
Oh,
Bree and I
you-
went and did that.
You did the shot.
The shot,
the
thing.
wellness shot.
Yeah, and
What's
it
the wellness shot?
knocked the fuck out of my
It
cold.
knocked you off your feet, right?
Yeah. First of all, I felt awful
Yeah.
after drinking it.
Well, here, let me.
It was
Yeah,
fucking
explain.
disgusting.
It's disgusting. This is.
and I
it's-
don't think I'll ever do it again. I don't care how easily.
But
I don't care if it works.
okay, I'm gonna explain what it is, and then I want you to say how quickly it beats your cold.
Okay,
And
go
then we'll
for
talk
it.
about how gross it is because I agree it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So at Whole Foods, they have juice bars now, and I was told by a friend to go and get a wellness shot. And sometimes they have like a labeled wellness shot. Sometimes you have to make it yourself. And what it is, you get a couple ounces of juiced ginger. You add some garlic, an oil of oregano, and sometimes, special occasion, a little cayenne pepper
yeah.
on top. Ask them for apple
I can't even
juice.
imagine what the cayenne pepper would
Ask
add
them
to
for
it.
apple juice to chase it with because they'll give it to you
Did
for
that.
free.
Did that.
And then you drink this thing, and it is disgusting.
It's
The
like,
fucking
It's drain
worst.
cleaner, basically.
It's like you're
think-
drinking
you
drinking
think-
Drano,
I just wanna
yeah.
say-
You're gonna vomit.
I just want to say, I lived in the hood for the first 15 years of my life, and if I even ever mention cayenne pepper, I get shot. They don't have that there. There is no Whole Foods.
What?
There's like, oh, you sick? Well, we don't have health
Well,
insurance.
same here. I grew up
Hot
in
sauce is made from cayenne peppers.
They don't know that.
Well, that's just ignorance.
I mean, that's why it's called the hood.
That's called ignorance.
I grew up in.
That's
in-
our word.
I grew up in a ghetto as well, and that kind of stuff is completely unheard of. But it sucks that it's unheard of because I tried it and it was fucking awful. So this is what my thing was. I felt sick. I was getting a little bit of a sore throat. My head hurt. I was a little sweaty, and I was like, "This is how you know when a cold is coming on."
Yeah.
Like I knew a cold was coming, so I was like, "Fuck, I'm
Yeah.
fucked."
And I recommended this to Bree when she had
When
a cold
she was ill
a few
and
weeks
it
ago,
knocked
and
her, yeah, it
within a
knocked it out.
day.
I don't.
So I was telling Brie I was feeling sick, so she's like, "Let's go do this shot thing," and so we went to Whole Foods, and then we did. So you guys didn't do the apple.
We didn't get
juice
the apple
on
juice that
yours.
time. No.
So Brie was telling me, like, let's do the apple juice. It's gonna be so much better.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right. So we did it. No cayenne pepper, and like I said, God forbid. Like I have no idea how
It's even
much
worse.
the cayenne pepper would
It
make
makes it so much worse.
So they give you like, I don't know, 2 inches, like an inch and a half of this liquid in
It's
a
like
cup.
a couple ounces.
Like, so yeah, like nothing. It's
Yeah.
nothing. It's literally like, it is a shot. You can
Yeah.
just dunk the whole thing.
I legitimately believe this works. Whenever I feel like I'm getting sick, I just don't do it. I legitimately don't do it.
You just say, don't get sick.
I just
Will-
like no.
Will,
Yeah, but you've been
I
sick.
don't
perplex
even.
me.
Yeah, but not super sick.
I remember you were telling us this, and we were like laughing at you because you were like, yeah, right. And then you were like 3 days into a definite cold where you were sniffling and sneezing and shit, and you're like, I just don't want a cold. I'm not gonna get it.
It never gets
But you
bad.
had
though.
a
Like,
cold.
have I ever missed work from being sick?
Yes.
Were you-
No, never,
Then what?
never,
No.
never once, never once. It's never been so bad that I've missed work or anything. I've never not done something because I was sick.
Okay, well, I've
never
always
gotta
done
happen.
things because of
Taking
the way I was
sick
raised
days.
to still do things when
Still
I'm
do
sick, and that's not fair to the people around me. But if I get sick, I have to be like unable to move to not come
Yeah,
into
I have
work.
to be
Yeah.
unable to move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
still come
but
into
as
work.
like this was my thing. Yes, it's like this is the way you were raised, and a lot of people like there's a point of pride of being able to work still while they're sick. But I learned while working at Sony
lazy.
that no, it's not even that. You can't go to work when you're fucking sick because you're gonna get everybody else sick.
And then
true.
that's how you got sick in the first place.
And that's how you got sick in the
Yeah.
first place.
Well,
and so when
I'm
I worked at
uncontagiable.
Sony, I had this. There are my boss of bosses, super head up guy over there, was amazing. Was like, if you're sick, don't come into work. That's what you have sick days for. And it's not even like a laziness thing. And it's like fucking rest, and
Yeah.
you'll get better, and don't infect your friends and your coworkers.
Best piece of advice I got about working in an office: when you're sick, take the day. Get better
that's what
sooner.
it's for.
And never ever use sick days when you're not sick because you don't know when you really will be sick and you will need them.
That's true.
Ooh, good
And
point.
also, you don't want people to start doubting whether or not you're sick. 'Cause
Well,
that's the
whatever. That's a
worst
whole
thing.
other thing. So
Oh, that's the worst
I wasn't
thing.
feeling
Steve
good.
agrees with lying, just not being.
So I wasn't feeling good, and so we got the damn shot. It was again like an inch and a half of liquid in there, and I took a little sip, and that might have been my problem. I should have just downed the
You just
whole
gotta
thing,
go.
and it was like drinking fucking poison. It was like fucking acid.
What was it like your first time drinking poison?
I'll tell you, it was disgusting. It was this shot, and it was absolutely a poison.
Why is everything good for you bad? Tastes
I don't
bad?
know, man.
Why is everything
I
that
don't
tastes
know.
good? Can you imagine if eating cheesecake was the same as
Because
eating
the
celery?
only reason why things taste good is because companies manufactured them that way.
They do. They do.
Like, that's the only reason.
because of evolution, humans like sugar more.
Although
and
apples are
fat.
good, and apples
And
are
fat.
original,
Everything that's good
organic.
has fat in it. Everything.
Wait, is
Right.
fat like when you eat a piece of like meat and there's like that?
well, that
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, that's a high
that's-
concentrated version of it, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
that's pure
gross.
fat.
That's gross and disgusting.
That's like, that's like
That's
natural
pure.
So
fat.
this is.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I
I'll explain
like
the keys
almost
to flavor
puked,
in a second.
almost puked 3 or 4 times, and I don't puke, so I was like, I'm never doing this again. My fucking throat is burning, and then it's disgusting. Like, I don't know why I didn't puke. My body, the reason why you puke at all is because you introduce your
I
body to
nearly
something.
fell over the first time I did.
Yeah, I will never do it again, but I will tell you this. It knocked the fuck out of my cold, and it was gone.
Y'all
and I
some
was
bitches.
I didn't get sick.
Y'all some bitches. Give me that.
It
Yeah.
worked. It worked.
So the keys to flavor. Anyone who's never cooked before or is wondering why certain things taste really, really good.
Who has never cooked before?
Plenty of people.
Never.
well, define cooking.
Well, not.
Hey, you know what? I never
Yeah.
really cooked
Yeah,
before.
I'm not
I've
talking
cooked.
about-
Because heating up
I'm not
macaroni
talking
in the
about-
microwave is not cooking.
It's
Yeah,
not cooking.
not preparing, not microwaving, not just boiling a pot of water. Cooking. The keys to making anything taste good are salt, fat, sugar.
All bad for you.
Yeah,
And
or,
bitches.
well,
And
yeah,
bitches.
Salt, fat, sugar, or acid.
Yeah, basic.
Citrus.
Ah.
Citrus or vinegar.
Okay,
or something.
citrus-
Those
That's the
three
only thing
ingredients
that's
will
not
make the
bad for you.
perfect ratchet girl.
Too much of it gives you acid reflux. I have acid reflux now because
Same.
I put hot sauce and lime juice on everything for like 2 years.
Yum.
Yeah,
Real
shit'll
good.
eat away your
I like to
esophagus.
eat things plain. I don't know why. Maybe
What-
it's my own form of self-torture.
Really quick, what's the if you've ever been sad and you don't want to go out and eat food, so
Hell
you just kind
yeah.
of find random food and you just eat it? What's the saddest
No.
meal you've ever eaten?
Oh, dude,
What's
I
okay?
got
What,
it.
what's the
I got
saddest
it,
meal?
too.
Yeah.
I got it.
I don't do that.
So this might not... Oh, you don't do
I don't. When I'm sad,
You haven't lived long
I
enough
eat,
yet.
I eat good. I eat good. When I'm sad, I'm like, the other day, I think I said this on the podcast last time. I was sad, and I'm like, we're going to Olive Garden. Once again, I don't care what people say
I'm
about
sorry.
Olive Garden.
Best.
First,
I
of
love that
all,
Olive Garden
I
is
eat,
eating good.
I eat
I like
well,
it.
not
like
I
it.
eat good.
I eat good.
No,
And
you
that
didn't
is
just
not-
correct me.
I did just correct
No.
you. Will. I did just correct you, and I'm proud. Leave.
Now I know.
Leave this podcast, Will.
Now I know that there's an oil spill.
He's just
I
off.
guess he's gone. Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
So what's the saddest thing that you,
Motherfucker didn't just correct me.
what's the saddest thing you ever ate?
I've broken like the lowest of the low. I broke ramen into crunchy little noodles. Like, the top ramen.
Oh my God,
that you
kids
can
used to
buy-
do that all the time at sleepaway camp.
Yeah, the top ramen that you could buy for 25 cents a packet
Yeah,
at the grocery
yeah,
store.
yeah.
I would bust them up with my hand in the package, break them up into little crispy noodles, put them into a Ziploc bag, and then I'd open up and do half of the seasoning. Throw the rest out because that's
Shake,
too
shake,
much.
shake,
It is
shake,
too
shake.
much.
Shake it all up, and you got yourself a little snack.
Wait, so
See-
dry.
Dry.
Dry, but far more industrious than like the kids in middle school who would just break it and didn't care about the seasoning.
I didn't
packet.
like that. That was gross. I remember my parents used to buy those all the time, packs and packs and packs,
Top
because they were
ramen, it's the
lazy, didn't want to
cheapest
take care
shit.
of their kids. And I told myself, it was in 2009. I had it, and I was like, I don't want to eat this ever again. I said, this makes me feel bad about myself. I'm never eating top ramen again. It's been 6 years. I haven't had one.
Good boy.
But that's back when my parents used to buy me food. Now that I'm spending my own money, 10 of these for $1.
I know.
10 of these for 50 cents.
That's why they bought it.
That's why they bought that shit.
Yeah.
I-
Top
I-
ramen's pretty
And
good.
it smells
it's bad
good.
for you.
What's
though.
the saddest thing
Okay.
you've
Dude,
ever
and
eaten?
I'm
Wait.
sorry, but I love to overcook ramen and get it nice and get those noodles nice and wet, and they'd be so soft they fall apart in a knife and then fork. You slurp those babies up and
See, and if you're feeling bad about eating top ramen like I'm poor, just put that shit in a bowl. Put it in a nice bowl. You will
You feel a little bit better.
You'll think
No,
you're at
you
PF
won't.
You
Go
feel a
ahead,
little bit
Sam.
better.
What is,
Sorry.
What is your,
It's
what's
disgusting.
Do you remember when we went to Krispy Kreme like a month ago?
And we bought too much donuts.
We bought too many donuts. We bought 24 donuts. We're like, yeah, this is totally a great idea.
We bought
each
probably
ate
24 donuts,
Yeah.
and we ate 4 of them.
So you spent $30 for 2
dozen
dozen.
donuts?
2 dozen
Bro,
Krispy
we
Kremes.
met Boo the dog
We
there.
did. Go on Instagram. Look up Boo. Is that Boo? Yeah, Boo the Palm.
BOO?
Yeah, Boo the
Wow.
Palm. We
The
met.
one in the
yeah.
Katy Perry music video.
Yeah,
with Juicy
super
J?
cute. Super cute. Anyways, so I was not feeling like I was kind of bummed out. I'm like, I don't want to go outside and buy food. I don't want to order anything. I saw it in the kitchen. I was like, okay, I'll eat this.
But how
And I
old was
got-
it?
Like a week?
Like a week.
Like a
Oh my
week old.
God,
Wait, week-old
Sam?
donuts?
Like a week old donut that was just sitting out.
Were they out or not in the
They were
fridge?
out. Who refrigerates donuts? I don't know anyone
I
who.
would have. It
what?
keeps them a little
Refrigerated
fresh.
donut?
Oh, yeah.
Next time I get Krispy Kremes, I'm gonna put.
There we
like
go.
6
Anyway,
Here's
so
a
I
tip.
ate
That would just
really quick.
ruin
I
them.
ate 3 and
guess
a
cake
spoonful
donuts.
of peanut butter, and then I had one of the worst shits of my life.
That's what you get.
That's
what
what I
you
get.
get.
But I was
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
What about you,
I remember.
Leaves?
So, all right. So, I don't know if I've told this story before, or at least part of it. I had broken up with a girlfriend in college, and I went to a party not long afterwards. And I saw her there hitting on this just like bro dude, like just tall,
Total
backwards,
opposite of you.
backwards cap, basketball jersey, total opposite. And I got just really like pissy. I just got like that's the word I'd use for it because I didn't want her back. I broke up with her because she was nuts. And I didn't want to be with her, but the fact that she was hitting on that dude really upset me. So I drank 7 shots of Jack Daniels.
Oh.
And I stumbled out into the street, and it was raining, and my friend Chris is trailing behind me as I'm like screaming obscenities, and I'm like kicking fire hydrants, and we walk into a Shaw's grocery store, and I bought a chicken mega leg.
What the hell is that?
It is the largest, most growth hormone-induced chicken drumstick you've ever
So like
seen.
Disneyland's emu legs.
Yes. Massive and wholly unnatural. And I just broke open the container and I just ate it walking in the rain at 2 in the
Wait,
morning.
with rain all over it? And
Oh
everything?
yeah,
You didn't even
and just
heat
a
it up?
mixture
Was
of
it
rain
cold?
and grease. No, it was in like a warming.
It was in one of those
Warming
heat
bed.
lamps.
Yeah,
warming it down?
yeah. Little heat bed.
Do you guys
Heat
ever
bed.
go into Ralph's and you go into that section where they got the rotisserie chickens under those heat lamps, and then you see that they have meatloaf there, and you ever think about just getting one of those meatloafs and getting real
Sometimes-
sad and eating them on your own?
Yeah, totally yes. Because I love meatloaf so much. It's been a long time since I've made
Oh,
meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
are we-
Meatloaf's the best.
Meatloaf's
We're
so
I
talking
love
about,
meatloaf.
We're talking about what we get sad and eat, right?
Yeah, you're sad
I forgot
food.
my
Yeah,
my
what's
sad
the
thing.
saddest thing you've eaten?
I
And
can't-
usually it just so happens
A
it's
whole
synonymous with being
cheesecake?
sad.
I can't do it anymore because I used to live right down the street from a Vons and I don't have a vehicle, so it would be very difficult for me. It used to happen to me like every 4 days. I get sad because that's who I am as a person, and I will walk a block to the Vons and I get this 11-inch apple pie and I eat it with a spoon. And I don't feel bad at all. I do it again if I live that close to a grocery store.
How long will that pan stay out with the same spoon and everything?
A while.
Let me ask you that.
A while. I've only done that like twice at our current house. Yeah.
Eh.
I'm real gross when it comes to that.
Will's kind of gross. Will's
kinda
kind of
gross.
gross.
It's all right.
Wait a minute.
Will.
I have to ask
I
a
still love
question.
you, buddy.
So you guys don't cook anything. Do you cook, Steve?
I used to. I like to, and I used to, but it's been a very long time.
What
I-
did you used to cook? What was your favorite thing
I
to
would
cook?
make myself. I used to make this really delicious thing where I would chop up some chicken from Trader Joe's, and then I would make some quinoa. I would just heat up the quinoa with
Ain't nobody got time for that.
in the stove, and then I would get vegetables like cucumber, and I'd get like mushrooms. I'd chop those up and put them on a pan, put a little olive oil in there, put a little seasoning, grill those babies up, and then as soon as the chicken was good and grilled, I'd season that up a little bit, and then I'd take out the quinoa. Then I put those vegetables in there, put that chicken in there, mix it up. Ooh, you got a good lunch
It's
the
like
next
a
day.
nice little bowl you got
And
there.
it's
Little
healthy
bowl.
too. That's nice.
Yeah, made it
I
myself, and it feels
I've
good.
never eaten healthy in my whole life. I don't know what that's like.
I remember when I was getting when I was
feels
like
really
eating
good.
healthy food for a little while, I would let you try some of the stuff, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, how do you eat that shit?"
Yeah.
And then you walk away.
And then you go eat a whole pie.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time you microwaved a whole cheesecake with the plastic still on it,
Hell
and then ate it anyway?
It was delicious.
That shit was poison.
He's
How
like,
was
"That's
the plastic
poison."
though? Did that taste
I
good?
took that off. I remember like 2 weeks before that, I got this like I think it was a berry tart, and I defrosted and ate it here out of the pan. Like,
Yep. And then you left that pan for how long with a spoon?
What do you
still
think's
in it?
happening in your bloodstream right now
I
after
got
all that?
It's
super
pure sugar.
diabetes.
Yeah, you're gonna have
You-
that sugar foot.
You cut me open and it's just white sugar. just
Dracula's
coming out.
looking for you because he wants your sweet
He's
blood.
like, that boy's tasty.
I got a little dessert.
He's skinny and has got about 1 pint worth of blood, but
Have you ever tried? I've always wanted to try like the ridiculous fried stuff at state fairs.
Okay, so Danny and I went and did that, and we had a deep fried Reese's peanut butter cup, which made me feel like I was going to immediately
Wait, you had a
vomit.
what?
A deep fried Reese's peanut butter cup. Whew, it was bad.
You
deep
got
fried
pics?
frog legs.
Will, we gotta go.
Oh,
Will,
frog
we should
legs
go to
are
a
so
fair.
good.
We should
No,
go
we
to a
should go to
fair.
fairs. Are way more fun than I
They're
remember
so
them
fun.
to be.
I wish they weren't in the summer though. Like I don't want to be
True.
outside.
Yeah.
No, because
Well,
there's
once
no
you get
water
towards
rides
the
or
end,
Yeah,
anything.
once you
Things
get
cool off a little
nighttime,
bit.
a little better.
Yeah, nighttime is cool. That's when the freaks come out.
Hell yeah, that's when the
you-
carnies ain't afraid of
Was
children.
that with you when we went to the carnival? Yeah, it was you, me, Darren, and some other people that don't matter, like Cameron Mackey. Once again, fuck you, Cameron Mackey. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he was there too. And we went to a fair, and all the people that worked at that fair were straight up had scurvy.
Oh
All of
yeah,
them.
Oh
carnies.
yeah.
All of them had scurvy. All
Carnies
of
are
them,
legit.
all of them
That
looked
was
like
a scary fair.
they all bang each other and then get in the little things and then go
Oh
to
no,
sleep and wake up.
carnies are crazy.
Carnies are crazy.
Carnies
yeah.
are crazy. So
There are people that are trying to stay off the grid.
I
Like,
fit in
Trying to
there.
stay
traveling
off the
all
grid.
the time.
They're like, oh
Or-
shit, I broke out of jail. What am I gonna do?
drug
I'm gonna work for the
addicts,
carnival.
and it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's perfect. You get to go all across the country. Cops cannot catch up with you.
Oh yeah, no, you're great. And
Yeah.
then you don't have your real name going.
And also,
you're
yeah,
like-
you've got the Carney Brotherhood. They'll all protect each other.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Carney Union.
I don't know nothing. You talking about Jeb? Jeb been here 16 years. They've
Yeah.
only been open for 2 months.
What else did you eat there at the carnival?
We had deep fried Reese's peanut butter cup, deep fried Oreos. Those were really good.
I've
did you
had
I could
have
have
the
eaten a lot of
chocolate
those.
covered bacon? Did you do that?
No, we had a chocolate covered frozen banana with bacon bits on it.
Oh,
Yum.
It was
hell
really
yeah.
good. It was
you know
a
what's
lot
funny
of calories.
About fairs? Like, I don't know why it's just fairs though, but that's the only place where you can get like disgusting food like that.
Disgusting.
It's also the only place. What were you gonna say?
It's probably because is it not like under like the United States government?
Oh, they're not.
rule?
They're not.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably
maybe
it.
they don't need to have letter grades on their trucks, and they also don't need to go through the U.S.
Do you know-
USDA.
Do you know what I
or-
saw today? Deep fried Starbucks coffee.
That's disgusting.
How does that work?
So it's literally coffee grounds inside of a batter ball,
I'm listening.
and they put like 6 or 8 of them in a
I
Starbucks
could
cup
fuck with it.
with
I could fuck with
with
it.
sticks in them, and then whipped cream on top.
So whipped queen. Here's
queen.
here's
Whipped
my
queen.
thing. I I forgot what I was gonna say.
Here's my
Oh no
thing.
no. Here was my thing. I went to the Ventura County Fair, which is the fair I would frequent as a child because it's close to my home.
Would you just make it bad for them?
No. I would have
You
a
didn't
great
run
time.
amok on them?
No, I didn't run amok. I was fine. I would behave. I was kind of like a little loud or whatever, but it was so loud already with the rides and children screaming from the broken down vehicles and stuff that it was totally fine.
being
So,
crushed by the
being crushed by metal that was not serviced for years. But anyway, the cart that was always there, like first of all, it's like Pendleton in Charlotte's Web. It's a total smorgasbord when you go to a fair. Like it's just all the grossest.
That's where I
food.
learned that word, smorgasbord. Was
Smorgasbord, yeah, from Pendleton.
Charles
From
Webb.
Pendleton. But anyway, you would walk down this aisle of food, and it would be on your right and left. There'd be food, fried shit, fried Reese's Pieces, peanut butter cups, whatever, fried
Funnel
bacon,
cake.
funnel cakes, delicious. But the one place that I always wanted to get shit from, but I always felt so guilty even looking at it, even more than the fried stuff, was a place that would sell just garlic bread. Think about that, my friends. Let that
Wow.
mouth water. And I'm
How
telling
big?
you what, big ass slices
Oh my
of
God.
like French bread. They would cut the French bread right down the middle, open that sucker up, butter it up, get
Butter.
that garlic on there, and they put cheese on it.
Yeah.
Sprinkle some of that
A little
cheese.
GB garlic bread with cheese.
Garlic bread with cheese.
I used to live on
they
that in
toast
college.
it up. and it would be dripping
have
butter.
you
They
ever
put it in
had-
the foil. Oh,
Have you ever had
mamma
a garlic bread sub? Like a sub
That's
I
on
can't
garlic
do
bread?
it. I can't do it.
Unbelievable.
Dead.
Garlic bread and cheese. With,
Pastrami.
oh no, with chicken fingers and mozzarella sticks. Have you ever
Whoa,
had a
wait,
fat
what? This is
sandwich?
No, but you know what
No.
I did have? Have you guys ever anybody been to New Orleans? I know it's a long shot
No,
to ask
uh-uh.
anybody
No.
here that, but
Oh, yeah.
in New Orleans they have these sandwiches called po' boys.
Yes, po' boys. They're
What are
amazing.
those?
Holy shit.
Yeah,
What are
I
kind of po' boy did you
fucking
get?
almost died.
What kind of po' boy did you get?
I got a French fry po' boy, and let me explain it to you. It's basically like a giant hoagie that they cut open. They cut half open, almost like a Subway sandwich.
Ooh.
They stuffed it with French fries, and then they put like what can only be described as poutine, garlic. This like, or not
knew it.
garlic,
How did
gravy.
I know poutine was
Gravy,
involved in
brown
this?
gravy.
They would pour gravy in there, and it was like chunky sausage gravy, and then they put like mozzarella chunks in there.
Oh my gosh.
And oh my god! And then they put this like super spicy seasoning on it. My mouth is watering, dude. And you cannot get anything like that anywhere else in the world.
No.
That sounds awesome.
New fucking Orleans, man, the best goddamn food.
Yeah. I had a shrimp and oyster po' boy.
Yeah,
that
sing it.
was unbelievable. Just like the perfect bread, and like they sliced like lemon super thin and just put like whole slices of lemon on the sandwich.
Yeah, make it talk.
It was insane, and they were so thin, the slices, that you could just eat it. Rind
Lord
and
have
all.
mercy.
Cool.
Right, hot sauce, a little mayonnaise on there,
Yeah.
mustard,
Yeah, preach. So they
briny and crispy. And
So you've had a po' boy then?
oh, I've had several.
You gotta have a
po' boys.
Louisiana, New Orleans po' boy.
I've never had a
You
French fry
just
po'
did the
boy.
voice of the guy on the rice commercials.
Oh, Zataran. Also, you know what
Were
else?
we
they-
laughing about that one time months ago about how horrible that is? Zataran.
Oh yes, this guy that's so happy. Yeah, we laugh about that shit all the time. But another sandwich, another food item they have in New Orleans, of course, beignets. Beignets are from
Beignets.
New
They have those
Orleans.
at
Tell me what
Disneyland
a
now.
beignet is.
Oh,
Disneyland.
But, okay, but yeah, but
It's
the
like a
Disneyland
little
beignets don't got
French donut,
shit
Of course.
baby.
on the fucking real legit New Orleans beignets.
But you ever had a Monte Cristo sandwich
Oh,
at
hell
Disneyland?
yeah.
Disneyland's got the best food.
Hell yeah!
Hey, somebody told me about this. Disneyland has clam chowder, which is like a weird thing
Yes.
to say for
Yes.
a theme park,
Yeah.
but apparently
It comes in
it's
a bread bowl.
amazing. Yeah,
And-
the bread bowl.
And they got a broccoli cheese and a gumbo.
I've
You get that
con-
broccoli cheese in the bread bowl, mamma mia!
I have
You're gonna wanna
considered-
go home right after that.
I've considered going to Disneyland just for the food.
That's what
several
people
times.
do. That's what people
Yeah.
do with annual passes. They
Yeah.
go for lunch,
Okay.
read a fucking walk around, go on a ride, and go home.
I got to
Yeah.
talk about this. Earl of Sandwich. Have you been there?
It's not that great.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
could,
don't talk about that.
I know,
like that.
but like I know
Tell us
people
about
love
Earl
people
of
love the
Sandwich.
Earl of Sandwich, but it's not
Earl
that great.
Sandwich. The bread is so good. Anyways, they have a Thanksgiving sandwich. So
Oh,
you
the
get
gobbler, yeah.
you have like you got your turkey, you got your potatoes, you got a little bit of cranberry
Oh
sauce,
yeah, put some mashed potatoes in there. Why not?
and the
Fly in
gravy.
your mic.
Let me talk about this really quick. Yeah, also, another food item in New Orleans. Oh, I'm having a heart attack just thinking about it. Muffaletta. Muffaletta. It's either
What is
called
that?
It's a muffaletta.
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 You know what I'm talking about then?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a fucking massive sandwich. It's flat. It's almost like a burger. They put like fucking 5 kinds of meat in there, and then they
And
have this
olives.
like olive spread.
Tapenade.
Tapenade.
Yeah.
Happened.
Dude,
Tapenade.
have you ever been to Papa Cristo's here in LA?
No.
It is this like
Is that Father Christ?
no, his name, I don't his last name is Cristo.
That's Father Christ.
No, it's
That's the
this
name of that
little
place.
old man with this little old man, Greek man with a crazy mustache, and he has been operating this place for like 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Down in South LA.
Hell yeah.
And it's the best Greek food I've had here, and they sell these amazing, super huge baguettes for like $2,
Yeah.
and they make what they call olive caviar.
Oh, man.
and
Never-
it is just
hey.
the best olive tapenade you've ever had.
Never baguette.
You're beautiful.
You know what I
Really
mean?
quick, I want to say
That sounds
I don't.
amazing. I want to go.
You
I
should
don't,
go. Get
uh,
the souvlaki.
Grape leaves?
Yeah, they got grape leaves.
Oh yeah.
I don't like competition shows really, or like reality TV at all. But
Oh, I know what you're about to talk about.
food competition shows
Oh,
or
those are
any
fun.
food
Those are
shows,
fun to watch.
they're amazing. And also,
Top
people
Chef.
like the shit on him, but Guy Fieri, he does a show
Oh,
called
fuck Guy
Diners.
Fieri.
No. He does a show called Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Diner, drive-in.
ama-
What else does he do?
Hey,
He does
I'll
a
tell
lot
you.
of shows.
He does this stupid winner chicken dinner.
Hey,
Here, let him
you
do
get
it.
you get it. Wait,
Let
you
him
can
do
shit on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Is that not what you do?
That's what he does.
Fart nerd Star Wars.
Oh, wait.
Oh my God, Guy Fieri is you in the food world.
No, stop it. Stop it. I will fucking
Guy
murder
Fieri.
you.
He is.
Hey,
he is
I
a
will murder
walking
you.
bowling
Will's
shirt.
got a
You
point.
are a walking hat.
Hold on a second. Guy Fieri is the worst
Wait.
human on the planet.
Why would you say that? That is
Some might say
harsh.
Far worse people.
Because he's just he's disgusting. He's a
No, he is
disgusting
not
human being.
disgusting. He has that show's amazing because they eat amazing food. Anyways, the best competition food show out there is Chopped.
Oh, Chopped is great.
God, they
But
give
also,
them crap and they make amazing dishes.
Uh-huh.
What about the
They're-
guy? What about the
What?
British guy?
They're like, we
What,
got
Gordon
this
Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay.
He makes me
I'm not a
nervous.
fan.
He makes me anxious watching that
I
show.
love watching him yell at people though.
It is fun.
Gets out my frustrations.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish I could yell at people like that.
I just want.
Guy Fieri tweeted out that he was pissed off at people for making him into a meme recently.
Really?
Because he's like, they've got all these fucking hilarious Guy Fieri memes out there because he's awful. He's an awful person.
I don't know why you're saying
not
that.
awful,
You
he's
have
just
no point of
outlandish.
reference.
I mean, Guy Fieri went to San Francisco, which recently, or like maybe like 2 years ago or something, which is really close to my hometown. And someone from my hometown went to San Francisco, got his car, and drove it back to
Look at this
ours
tweet.
and put it in
Stop
a thing.
making me a meme, you bigots.
You
in
bigots.
all caps. Too furious.
Too Fierius.
Oh my God. These are
I
great.
don't. Oh, now we're on.
Have you
Here,
seen
one,
that
one
photo of
last
him?
one last thing. So I literally today I saw Guy Fieri tweeted out a clip of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives dubbed in Italian, and he sounds so creepy.
Oh, that's
He's
cool.
not a bad person. But you
He's not a
follow him
bad-
on Twitter?
No, this was posted on a blog somewhere.
I was about to
This
say,
was
I was about to look
r/not the
down
onion.
on you.
r/not the onion. All right, guys, we got to wrap up. I want to thank everyone for joining us with this week's episode. Please go to iTunes, rate and review the show. It's the best way to support us. Make sure we get great sponsors like Squarespace. I am Matt Lieberman, Sam Basher, Steve Zaragoza, Mr. William Haynes. We will see you next Friday. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. And
Kanye West.
All right, pornography. Escape killers could literally be anywhere. This is SourceFed!